Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host of the most, the Bridge 258, here today to give you the preview for Chelsea versus Brighton at Stamford Bridge, 2 p.m. kickoff. Here we go. So, as usual, please make sure to continue to like, share, subscribe before we begin. So, let's get started. And as I always do, I'll start with the opposing team. Now, Brighton, as you all know, have quite a few, a large bit of injuries and suspensions for this upcoming fixture against us. So, as we both know, Brighton, obviously they have recently Lamptey out, who's out for quite a while from what we know. Ansu Fati Deloney from Barcelona is out for, I believe, 3 months as well. You've obviously got Solly March, who's out, and Cisco with a long-term injury that's also out. Welbeck's also out for them as well. So they're missing, quite a few bits of players, as well as how can I have forgotten them? The fullback who just lost, who is not Tariq Lamptey Estepinian as well, is out for quite a bit as well. So they've lost quite a few players there as well, in terms of injuries alone. Then the suspensions, as you know, Dawoud's got red carded, and I believe he's out for this game as well, if I'm not mistaken. In addition, Lewis Dunk, who got the red card against Nottingham Forest for saying something to the referee, who's got him the straight red, he's out for 3 games, and this is his first game after the Nottingham Forest game, which starts his suspension. So those are all the players that are out for them. Now, in terms of performances, obviously they've won their game against Nottingham Forest. They recently also won their game against AEK Athens 1-0, and we can actually take onus from that, because this is we're gonna probably be facing a similar squad to what we saw there in terms of Sunday. So there's that to consider, and they were playing away at Greece. So I'm adding a lot of further context to when I speak about the Chelsea side as well. But so there's that too. Now, in regards to their style of play, I don't really need to speak about. I'm pretty sure most of the viewers here are well known to their style of play, playing out for the back, very good football, playing with their wingers, up and high and wide. Very good, short passes, long passes, tiki-taka. They can play that very well for me when it comes to Brighton. They have some quality wingers. I think Adringa, debut season for them from USG, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Been playing really well. Been, playing on that wing quite well as well. He's been scoring a few goals for himself as well. He's having a great debut season. Got a bit of tech, got a bit of pace, and that usually is one of those, winning formulas for any winger that is going to be playing in the EPL for you and your team. Obviously, with Mitoma, similar thing. He's the second season, if I'm not mistaken now. Great player. He's doing what he needs to do and what he does best. So big up to Mitoma, man. I'm very happy for him. I'm a big fan of his, actually, personally. So, hopefully he keeps him going from strength to strength as well. João Pedro from Watford has been able to really hold down the fort, even though this is his first season for Brighton. He's been doing a great job, been scoring goals. Yeah, he's missed 1 or 2, I would say, chances, particularly, obviously, when going back to the Liverpool game where he hit the post. But I think he's been doing a great job holding down that fort without them having Evan Ferguson, who already just come back, and Danny Welbeck there. So, he's been doing a great job there from who they brought him for, which is Watford. Obviously, Evan Ferguson, very good, up-and-coming player. He's got a bunch of goals. If I'm not mistaken, he's got 5 or 6 goals now in the EPL too. He's been playing really well. A hot and up-and-coming player. So, again, we're going to be facing a very good, stiff competition. Yeah, they may be missing some key players, but I still think it's going to be a very hard game at the end of the day, with the way we are playing and the performance levels we're bringing out. So again, these are just the context that I want to bring into this side as well. Now, obviously, we're going to be facing Billy Gilmore. Good competition for Chelsea, obviously, but hey ho, man, we move. Now, in regards to the formation and how I expect them to play, this is a similar formation to what they played against AEK Athens, which I would expect them to play as, which is a 4-2-3-1. And who I expect them to play is the following. Verbruggen obviously is going to be the goalkeeper. They've got a left back who they played, which is called Hinchelwood, who I would expect to play, and then Igor, then Van Heckel, and then I would say Voltman, who they played as the other right back, essentially. Then Gilmore, I would say is Gilmore and Pascal Gross will be the 2 midfielders that they'll play in the pivot. You then obviously have Mitoma, Adringa, and I think they're gonna play this it's almost gonna be like a 2. He's like Evan Ferguson essentially was like, from what you can see on paper, was playing like the cam, but essentially it's gonna be like a 4-4-2 essentially for me. It's gonna be like 4-2-2 then 2 essentially, whereas it's going to be Ferguson and João Pedro up front as a partnership essentially together, which works really well at the end of the day. Ferguson can be the guy that holds up the ball, João Pedro can be the guy with the pace, and then You know what I mean? Speedy minute passed away. So that's the Brighton perspective. Now let's go on to the Chelsea perspective. Now, I'll start with the injuries as usual. Now, bad news is that Gusto is still not available and he's still rehabilitating from that minor tear that he has in his knee. So he's not going to be ready and available for the right back row. In regards to left back row, as we know, Cucurella is out of a suspension for his 5 yellow cards. Reece James is out, of course, with the red card. Now he was said for one game. Obviously, you've got the other Chilwell, who's also out. So essentially, no left backs. Well, there is Matson, but we'll get to him. No left backs and no right backs. So we're probably gonna have to play either Disasi there or Caicedo. Now I know what I'm gonna think is gonna happen, but I'm gonna leave that for just a bit more later in the video. Obviously, in regards to other stuff, apparently in Cuckoo is touch and go, and that we'll probably find out if he's gonna be ready and available after tomorrow's training session. According to Pochettino. So there's that too. Now, in regards to any other injuries, obviously the same usual amount of injuries. Harry Chukwuemeka is still undergoing his rehabilitation. Obviously, we spoke about Gusto. Lavia, again, I think it's touch and go with him too, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see about him too. Obviously, there's other guys that we've not spoken about as well. Chilwell, who apparently is going to be ready, fit and ready for next year, essentially in January. So there's that to consider as well. In regards to any other players that I'm thinking missing, not really, no, other than that. So everyone else is ready and fit to play. Now, in regards to Chelsea, I will say this quite simply. This is a must-win game. It's really simple as that. Chelsea, man, is crazy, man. 1 minute, it's just continue to win. The next minute you're losing. Then the next minute it's a must. We come back to must-win games. I said it previously against Newcastle, where I said it's a must-win game. Now this again is another must-win game, and it's kind of getting annoying that we have to keep on going to must-win games and forcing the win. Now again with Brighton, yes, they're not going to be playing a low block, but I think we cannot bring the same mentality that we brought against Newcastle, which is being very slow, being very slow on the ball, being immature. We need to be ready, hot on our feet, ready to go, raring to go, and doing what we need to do to continue to win these games, because we have to start winning now, guys. You know what I'm saying? We need to start winning. We need to at least start winning 3 in a row, and that's what we need to start doing. This is a perfect start for us. Brighton on the Sunday, then United on Wednesday, then Everton on the weekend. That could be a good 3 in a row if we play our cards right at the end of the day. Even though I know Everton played the low block style of play, but hopefully you're looking at it and you're thinking, in Cuckoo, he could be ready, bish bash bong. We can start maybe getting a bit more creativity into that side a bit more, and then maybe we could start unlocking some of the stuff that's taking place. Now against Brighton, it's inexcusable if we lose. I'll be honest with you guys. With the amount of injuries they have, their defense here is ready for the taking. So that means for me, whoever we are playing up front, whether it be Jackson, whether it be Broha, Mudryk, Sterling, Palmer, Madueke, they have to cook this game. I'm sorry, there's no other way to put it. They have to cook this game. Now, I understand maybe if the right side doesn't cook as much, because I think sadly that Disasi is going to be playing right back now, not Caicedo, which it's going to be problematic at best, I would say, because Disasi was not overlapping at all. Bro was just, he was defensive right back, he was just defensive right back, he was just relaxing, chillaxing there, just doing the basic right back situation sort of stuff. So that's probably what we're going to have to be expecting from this game, to be honest. So that's on that right side. But at the end of the day, again, as I said before, must win game. We have to win. I need to see something from Jackson today. I need Sterling to be making better decision making at the end of the day. He needs to improve on that. Palmer, if he's going to be playing, I want to see that. If from such a bad performance they want to play maybe a Mudryk, I want to see Mudryk playing, making better performances and making all the stuff that he needs to do. Same here if you've got to give Madueke a chance. I want I feel like don't even play Madueke, because sadly if you play him against this house like he did last time, you know what happened. So I don't want him to be throwing these guys to the wolves here when they've had 0 minutes here and just expect them to cook, because this is not FIFA career mode, sadly. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be affording to do that. I honestly would continue Badiashile into this game. Obviously, yes, he didn't have a great performances, but I think that's kind of really down to what the manager did to him, in my personal opinion. With throwing him out there when his last game was literally against Blackburn, and not giving him any minutes to keep his match sharpness, into consideration at all. So you obviously played the Newcastle game. You might as well now play him against the Brighton game to continue that one, and hopefully he'll continue to do better and improve. Now, in regards to what I feel like we're going to be playing going into this game, it's the following: Sanchez in goal. Levi Cole was going to play, not Ian Matson, because this guy does not see Ian Matson as a left back, and it's pretty simple as that for me. So Levi Cole was playing. As I said to you before, Sanchez, Levi Cole, it was your left back. You then have a centre back too of, in my opinion, Benoit Badiashile, and then you have, in my personal opinion, Thiago Silva. I know another hot take coming in from Mr. Ahmed Ali Abdi, but that's the reality we've got to face. Considering the fact that, obviously Reece James is out and Kukurea is out, this is what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to play all of our four centre backs in that back four role. So Levi Cole, Benoit Badiashile, Thiago Silva, and Axel Disasi is going to be a right back. Now, your midfield pivot will probably be the same. I think Caicedo is going to be back to full health, so it will be Enzo Caicedo, and then you'll have Gallagher in the 10 role as usual. Now, Sterling probably will play, Palmer will still play, and so will Jackson. I think it's pretty much as simple as that, man. I don't really see him changing the formula as much. That's the guys that he's trusted. That's the guys that he believes in. And that's why he's been playing a bit more regularly as of recently too. So that's what you got to expect. Now, in regards to the scoreline, I want Chelsea to win. Will they win? I hope so. My prediction is 1-0. So hopefully, we can win this game 1-0. You know what I mean? Scrappy. It might be scrappy and everything like that, but playing full centre backs literally as a back four, you can't be losing after that, man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be losing to that. It's really as simple as that for me personally. But that's the video as usual, guys. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. I'm only 7 away again from 1K. 7 away, guys. Please, man. You know what I mean? Don't let me down, man. I'm so close. So close, man. So come on. A lot, man. Help your brother out here. As always, though, please make sure to continue to like, share, subscribe. This Sunday, there will be a live stream. My live streams are back on. You're going to be seeing the heat. They're going to see me cooking. Here we go. Come on, guys. Like, share, subscribe. I've been your host, Mr. Bridge 58. Dedicate your hearts. And as always, please make sure to stay blue.